Hello, Juan. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, I had a good weekend. Did you have a nice weekend? It's good to see
Yeah,
you.
it was a good weekend.
What did you do?
Um, a lot of things actually. We went to the cinema. We went to the supermarket. We went to actually today we stayed at home. Yeah, I'm renting
You
my
stayed at home.
house. Yeah, I'm renting my house, and I went with the person who are renting now my house. And but almost all the day I stayed here.
So you rented your is it a new house?
No, I bought that house before I got married. I get married. It makes sense.
So yeah, so you bought the house before you got married.
Yeah,
So
before
it's,
I got married.
it's kind of your house. It was your house before the wedding.
More or less,
Um,
kind of.
but yeah, and then did you buy another house with your wife?
Yeah, with my wife we bought a new house. Maybe 4 months after the the marriage, the wedding, not the wedding party.
The wedding. The wedding,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you usually rent this house out to to people, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
The first house you rent it out. Do you ever have any problems with
With
like
with people who are
heater, air
renting.
conditioning?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the air
yeah.
conditioning because they did like a hole in the wall, a big hole.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. And when they left the house, they left the hole in
And
the
they
wall. Mm-hmm.
so they took the air conditioner and left the hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you give the? Is that allowed? Did they have a deposit or? I mean,
Yeah.
did you charge them?
They left their deposit. I didn't give them the deposit, or how you say that.
And how much deposit was it?
Ah,
Yeah, you
okay,
didn't give the deposit back.
okay, in USD,
Well,
is like
yeah.
$200. 1 second. Yeah, 200, two
Well,
hundred dollars is a deposit.
um, I had similar. I have a hotel, and I mentioned before, and so I rent cars. I rent cars out, and so a Canadian guy come here,
Mm-hmm.
and so he rented my wife's car, which is quite
Mm-hmm.
a nice car. He rented it for 54 days.
Wow.
But on about the 34th day, he drove through water
Okay.
and it blew all the electrics on,
Wow.
on the on the car. Yeah. When he gave back the car, there was this much water in the back of the car. So I had to charge him. I had to charge him over $1,000
Wow.
for the damage that he had
Mm-hmm.
done. Let me show you. I want to
Fortunately,
show you some
fortunately, you don't have problems with him. With he wanted
Well,
to
I had
pay
to
you.
threaten him to be. No, I had to threaten him. This is the car. This is the
Okay.
car here, and the electrics. You can see
Mm-hmm.
here. Look, the
Yeah.
electrics is gone. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to charge him over $1,000, but I had to threaten him. Juan. I had to threaten him with the police. I said,
Wow.
if you don't pay it, then I'm going to the
Wow.
police. And I don't believe in going to the police, but when somebody trashes your car, also the leather, he had a dog in the car, and there's leather seats, and there's all scratches on the leather
Mm,
from his dog. So it's difficult renting to people, you know.
yeah, I know.
Also, why I ask about your house and the air conditioning, because one of my rooms I can't rent out this weekend because the air conditioning's broke. I use LG air conditioning.
Hmm.
What air conditioning unit do you use?
Actually, I just have the space or the preparation. What is the preparation? Preparation. I don't know what is the word.
Oh, what is that air conditioner behind you? I can see air
Preparation.
conditioner up there.
Yeah, and this is a
Preparation.
maybe in English maybe is maybe.
What's it called? Maybe. Oh, I don't know. Is that Mexican brand or
No, it's
American brand or?
American, Chinese. I don't know. Probably
Okay.
American.
I've never heard of it. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's difficult. People trash your stuff, as you
Uh-huh.
know. So you said you went to the movies. What movie did you go to see?
We watched Black Adam. Black Adam.
Sorry, what?
Black
Black
Adam.
Black Adam. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the Rock.
The
The
Rock.
Rock's in it,
Exactly.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So how what did you think about it?
I liked it. I liked it, and I think this
Uh-huh.
is probably one of uh, the better movie from DC until now. Is it makes sense so far? It's a good movie.
So it's like
I
a
like it.
superhero, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good movie, yeah. Oh, that's good. Um, is it expensive to go to the movies in Mexico? Because
Actually,
it's quite
no.
expensive.
Yeah, actually, no. You need
No.
to pay
Oh, that's
maybe
good.
for 1 second. 200, not 200, no. $2 with 50 cents.
Ah, that's very cheap.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah,
very cheap.
that's great.
That's the common price.
So what is your plan now with the house? Are you gonna fix the hole and then rent it again, or are you gonna sell the house?
No, I
What are you gonna
fixed
do?
it. Yeah, I fixed it. That happened 1 year ago, and now with the last people who were renting my house, I didn't have problems with them. Yeah, so the house is perfect now. It's don't have issues. So yeah, today I start with other people who will be renting our house for 1 year.
What do you usually do? Do you take
Contract.
3 months in advance
Okay,
contract? But yeah,
the first month in advance
but uh-huh.
and a deposit um, in or the same amount. It's like is it the first month for rent and a deposit for the same price and a contract for 1 year. They need to pay. No, they need to their sing or how is it? The sing for 1 year. 1 year.
they they they, they need to pay the, the
No,
contract for 1 year. If they break the
no.
contract, you can
Actually,
charge them. Yeah.
yeah, they need to pay month by month. Huh.
Ah, yes.
Okay, yeah,
Monthly,
but they need
monthly.
to sign monthly exactly. They need to how is it? Necesitan firmar.
They must pay monthly or every month.
Yeah, they need to sing for a year. 1 second. Sign is the
Sign,
pronunciation.
sign. Yeah, sign for 1 year. Yeah. Um, oh, okay. Is it difficult to find properties in your area to rent?
More or less, because the people don't want paid a lot, so they are looking for uh, how cheaper properties and cheaper houses. Maybe sometimes they can't pay for a house, and the unique option is or choice is the renting. But yeah, the renting is
Yeah.
expensive sometimes as well.
Is it difficult to buy a house in your area? Do they want a
I
big deposit or?
I think it depends your job. For example, your it depends
True.
how
Yeah.
how much you are earning in your job. But yeah, almost all the people they have the option because they are working and they have benefits, um, and there is a program from the government and you can get a credit to pay a house.
Oh, okay. So the welfare system is good, yeah,
Hmm.
in Mexico. Oh, that's great. Fantastic. Okay, so I thought we'd have some topics today.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the first topic.
Hmm.
Yeah. These are like just debate topics like that. There's no real answer, or it's just your opinion versus my opinion, or maybe we'll have the same opinion, but it's just for a topic. Okay, so the first one
Sorry for this question,
is
but
about
what was the price
yeah.
from your chair? It was expensive. Is it was
Sorry,
expensive? Your chair, your
what's that?
chair.
No,
Yeah,
no,
is
no.
not
I
expensive.
have these as well. I have these as well. You see these?
Okay, okay.
You
It's a
see those?
sofa.
It's they're similar. They're leather.
Okay.
You see? Yeah.
Hmm.
So it kind of matches this chair. No, it's not A grade leather. It's B grade leather. So I've had this chair for about 3 years, and
Wow.
it's very strong. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It looked very comfortable.
yeah. At first, it wasn't. At first, it was like
Okay.
"Ugh," it's really strong,
Okay.
but
Okay.
now it is comfortable. Yeah, yeah. So the first topic is climate change is the greatest threat facing humanity today. What do you think? What do you think about that statement?
One second. Climate change is the greatest facing humanity today. Yeah, because
Versus,
I think you're right with this affirmation because the climate is changing around all the world, and that's why because the humans they are doing changing changes in with we don't have now enough forest, for example, and a lot of factories, um, and yeah, the climate, the weather uh, is changing, or the yeah, the weather is changing. For example, in December in Mexico, the most usual or the weather, the most common weather in December is cold, but now the cold is until February. So the change, you can see the change or the climate change in this kind of events.
well, yeah, it's like the guy who drove the car through the flood. here we've got huge floods. This is not normal.
Mm-hmm. Floods.
Yeah, floods. Floods are from climate change. Yeah. Yeah. So is it changing? How's the weather changing in Mexico from climate change?
This year, it was difficult because maybe 4 or 5 months ago or 6 months ago, I am not sure. We didn't have enough water. Huh. So the
So it's
government,
drought.
yeah, uh, maybe you could see the trees and you could see uh, green trees, but in your house you didn't have water for maybe 2 or 4 days, and
Ooh.
we used to use uh, like big bottles or cubes, like cubes. Does it make sense? Uh-huh.
Cubes,
Cubes, yeah.
bottles, bottled water,
Bottles. Uh-huh.
bottle,
And
bottled water. Yeah.
yeah, one second.
Bottled water. Yeah. Wow.
This is how we survive.
So do you think it? Okay, so the statement there, one is it says climate change is the greatest threat facing humanity today. So I did actually ask a Chinese guy this same question, and he said no. He said the pandemic, and I thought what? Because China hasn't, and he actually thought it's like the pandemic. I think climate change it could be the greatest problem we have because the amount of plastic, with my small hotel, I only have 8 rooms, and then my family and the restaurant. But the amount of recycle, glass, plastic, it's just this is only just one small business in one small part of the world,
Uh-huh.
and the amount of plastic that comes from us. So the whole world, bottled water and beer bottles and packaging. It's crazy. So yeah, maybe this could destroy the planet. Do you think?
Even in your house, you have a business, and maybe you have more. You said trash. You said plastic, right?
Yeah.
Plastic and different
Yeah.
kind of objects, like plastics or recycle. You said.
Recycle. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Recycle.
Yeah,
Okay.
but in
Recycle.
big squares, in big companies, they are um, they are doing uh, too much trash, como
Producing.
producing, yeah,
Pro-
producing
producing too much.
too much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there is clearly a problem with
Mhm.
with the climate and the
Garbage,
weather change. So garbage, yeah, or trash,
garbage
yeah,
or trash.
yeah. So if it's not this, what do you think is the biggest threat? Russia?
Russia, um,
Could be. Could
could
be.
be.
Apparently, I had a Scottish guy here last night
Uh-huh.
at my place, and he said over the weekend, over the weekend, Russia threatened to blow up England with nuclear weapons. So yeah, so
Yeah,
it could happen. So many things
much.
going on
Yeah,
right now with.
much has to do with the felling of felling of trees, the accelerated growth of cities, factories, uh, the how you say the 1 second,
Sure, take your time.
the melting at the poles, because the ozono, um, sorry, I'm using my Google Translator. The ozone layer is no longer as strong
Um, do you feel,
for
in
pollution.
your opinion,
Uh-huh.
in your opinion, do you feel that Russia is a threat to us?
Uh, Russia. I don't know.
I
Probably.
mean, he's against. He has nowhere to go now. He has nowhere to go because he's losing the war. Uh, really, the world could charge him for $1 trillion or whatever. I don't know how
Wow.
much. 30 billion, not trillion, maybe 30 billion or 80 billion for the reconstruction of Ukraine. So, because he's facing this, and he's also facing um, popularity in Russia, the people's vote, maybe he could do something really stupid, um, tactical warhead, tactical warhead to blow up maybe Ukraine. Do you feel like this you're concerned about this or not?
Um.
Because you're right next to the United States. The United States is a prime target.
Yeah. I think the war only causes hunger and the appreciation of products around the world. Uh-huh. But I
Yeah,
don't know
but it's
if
bad for
Russia
business.
is losing the war. I see the news, but yeah, the prices is increasing in all the world for this war.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere
Yeah.
for this war. And
Well, eventually it's got to stop. But when it stops, what happens then? I mean, does Russia pay back, or it's just it's a crazy world because of this. It's crazy to think that Russia actually did this. Like it was quite before COVID. The world was quite normal. Some terrorist attacks and yeah, but there wasn't really big war, and now there's big war. So yeah.
no,
Okay, well, let's try another topic.
okay,
Um, so I can't remember. Do you have kids?
not yet. My wife, fortunately, is pregnant now.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so why I asked that is because of this topic. Violent video games should be banned. What do you think?
Wow, I like just a little bit this kind of games. But I don't have enough time to play that that games or those games. Hmm.
Oh, it's definitely fun shooting, bang, bang. I
Hmm.
mean, it's definitely it's but you and I we're mature adults. For 12, 13 year old, it really it glamorizes. It makes it popular shooting people. My daughter, she's 12 and she plays like the strangest game. She plays this high school kid that goes
Oh,
into the
really?
high school. This girl and she shoots everybody, and I'm like, wow, who makes this game? Like obviously this is a very sensitive subject in the United States, and they're making video games of it. you know
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think it has any bad negative impact on people?
Yeah, for sure. I think violent video games should be banned, like you said, because they encourage violence. The people feel the feel necessary, maybe uh, take a I don't know what's the word, a gun, like, and I don't know, the violence probably increase more with this kind of video games.
It's interesting to think about. I usually would say no. I would say it's
Okay.
nothing to do with that. But about 3 weeks ago in Thailand, a guy, policeman, went into went into a school and he shot 24
Wow.
kids, or killed 24 kids, and then 13 adults. So that's 37 people in 2 hours. He killed. Crazy.
Wow.
The worst situation I've ever seen. All the kids were under 7, and he killed them all. 24 of them in the school, small school. So maybe it's drugs. Maybe it's mental illness. I don't know, but if you ban video games, the next thing will be banned movies or banned
Hmm.
music, like
Exactly.
hip hop and yeah. So it's a difficult topic. I don't think there's any answer
I
to it.
think it depends the
Okay.
education,
Mhm.
since or
Yeah.
from your home, from your parents, school.
Upbringing. Well, I used to think that, but have you watched the movie? Have you watched the Netflix series Dharma, about Jeffrey Dahmer? His mum and dad, they were a bit strange, but uh, overall, his dad was a good dad, but he killed 17 people and
Wow.
ate them. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's inside their head. It's not the parents' upbringing. Or okay, this one's an interesting topic.
Okay.
Sex work should be legal.
It should be.
What do you think? In England, it's not legal, but in Germany
Okay.
and
In
Holland,
Japan, right?
it is legal.
In Japan, it's legal.
Japan, there's a lot of countries that it is legal. It does work. I mean, Spain, it's legal. Germany, it's legal. Netherlands, England, no. But obviously, there's lots of sex workers. So, should it be legal? What do you think?
It should be legal.
Somebody's body, if they want to sell their body.
Yeah, I think, or it might even be good for the government because they need to pay taxes if this this kind of job
Yeah.
is legal.
Yeah. Well, it stops the organized crime. That's why
Uh-huh.
I think marijuana should be legal around the world, because then it stops the organized crime with the marijuana, and then it's only heavy drugs, like cocaine or heroin. So, like you said, the government can tax the sex worker. It's beneficial for the government. It takes away the crime. Yeah, I think sex. It's up to the individual anyway. I think. How
Mm-hmm.
about Mexico? Is it legal or not legal?
It's not legal. It's not legal.
But when I came to Mexico, I could see that there was still a market there. It was still on
Yeah,
offer.
you can see
Same
the
in
people
England. It's on
working.
offer
Yeah, you can see a lot
in
of
that
people
industry.
who are working in this kind of industry, but it's not legal.
Yeah, that's why it probably should be legal, like you say. Same with gambling. Gambling should be legal and tax it. But beneficial for the government.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, well, interesting conversation, interesting topics. See you next time. Yeah, take care. Bye bye for now.
Okay.
Hello. Bye bye.
Yeah, yeah,
Bye
yeah.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.